Who's going to win this year's Kentucky Derby? Our pal Mike Somich is going to join us in just a minute to give us the answer, but want to tell our audience, our live audience, our listeners and viewers, and we got some numbers, some hashtag numbers, audience numbers. Show's killing it. Live audience, absolute show's dominating, man. Thank you to all our live listeners and viewers. We got some treats for you on the way. Chris Chelios, Hockey Hall of Famer, joins us in 20 minutes. We look forward to that. The great Charles Davis of the NFL Network coming up next hour. Matt Moore from the Action Network, Locked On NBA in the Power Hour, Final Hour, NBC Sports Now Hour, which you can watch on Peacock. But joining us right now, that's for the Kentucky Derby. We had him on the show for the first time, I don't know if it was 19, I think it was 2020. And his career has been on a rocket ship since then. And every time we have him on the show, it's like more stuff added to the ledger. And we absolutely love to see it for one of the great guys in our industry. It is the awesome Mike Somich. He's got a great haircut. He's always a handsome guy with a good haircut. I'm going to do the joke because I really like it. The Trump administration is going to do everything they can to prevent journalism from winning the Kentucky Derby. So yeah, let that hang for a second there. It's not bad, right? Journalism's the favorite. Do you see it that way? We've had a couple awesome guests on the show this week who will be on NBC's coverage of the Derby. Randy Moss, Eddie Olczyk, Drew Dinsick, the whale capper. And everyone thinks at the very least journalism is going to be live at the end of this race. How do you envision it? And for people that don't know, this is Mike Somich. Like, he visualizes it in his head. This is how the race is going to go. Hit us with it, sir.
Yeah, look, journalism is a deserving favorite. He should be the favorite in this race. So I'm not going to come on here and knock journalism. Right now, you're seeing like 4-1 in future markets or the current pari-mutuel market over at Churchill Downs. And the problem with that is it's a 20% implied win percentage. I don't think he's that good. I think there are other horses in this field that cut into that. So at 4-1, I'm going to want to go somewhere else. And when I look at how this race plays out, we are almost guaranteed a scorching hot early pace. We had speed draw, the 1, the 2, the 4, the 5, the 12, and the 20 post. And that is a perfect storm for a fast pace in the Kentucky Derby. If you draw the inside or the outside, and you're a horse that has to have the lead to win, your only choice is to go with your hair on fire right out of the gate. And then you've got East Avenue sitting in the 12, who is going to keep both the inside and outside honest. So it's very unlikely that we see any one horse clear heading into that first turn. That means you have 3-4 horses that are knocking heads, trying to make the lead. That sets up for someone to come from off the pace. We saw Mystic Dan do it. We saw Mage do it. This year, we're going to see Sovereignty, the number 18 horse, do it. Right now, 11-1 in the pari-mutuel market over at Churchill Downs. He's won over this racetrack before, won the Grade 3 Street Sense as a 2-year-old over this track. He was absolutely awesome first time out at Gulfstream Park. He regressed a little bit, but it's very similar to what we saw in his 2-year-old season. Third race off the layoff at Churchill, big-time improvement. We're going to see it again on Saturday. It's going to be Sovereignty, the 18, who's going to get the gown of roses this year.
Wow, Sovereignty. Not going to be journal because a lot of people love journalism. Obviously, at 3-1, the morning line favorite. Sovereignty is what Mike Somich is saying. So, are you putting Sovereignty at the top of like your exactas or your trifectas, your superfectas? Like what's the trifecta that you want people to play with Sovereignty at the top of it?
So if I'm playing the trifecta, I want to try and find a way to create as much value as possible. I hunt bigger tickets. We've talked about this before in these Kentucky Derby recaps. I want big prices. I like the idea of taking long shots on top. So I do think, again, journalism, completely legitimate horse. He is going to be on all of my trifecta, all my superfecta tickets when it comes to Saturday. But I like Sovereignty, the 18, and I like the 10 Grande on top if I'm playing a trifecta to try and really juice up the payouts. Grande 20-1 on the morning line, a horse for Todd Pletcher and Mike Rapoli. They've had the favorite at the draw of the Kentucky Derby the last 2 years. This horse, a lot more under the radar, but unlike pretty much anyone else in this field, and it's really just journalism and Grande, they're the two horses that want to stalk the pace. You've got a lot of horses that are very fast early. You've got a lot of really dead closers. Grande and journalism are the two horses that are stalkers. They project to get a very good trip, whether or not the pace is fast or it's kind of a middling pace. Because of that, I think Grande has a big shot at winning this. So if I'm going to play a trifecta, I would play 10-14 with 8-10-14. I'm sorry, 10-18 with 8-10-18 with 8-10-14-18, including the 14 Tistastic, who I also think has a big shot coming from off the pace.
Can we do a super?
We can do a super. Now, if you want I've got an article up on the Superfecta with a small, medium, and large budget. I'm going to play a Superfecta where I'm going to use 818.
Can we just do this? Can we just do this very quickly? Just because we always have people say to us, Mike, like, I get more notes about this than almost anything we do all year. That people like put it at like most people when they listen to podcasts put it like 1.5 speed. This is like -2 speed for this because people got to make sure they get this. So I would say go like minus 0.5 speed for yourself here when you do all the numbers.
$1 Superfecta, 818 with 81018 with 3 8 10 14 18 with 3 8 10 14 18. That'll cost you $24. If the 21 horse Baeza draws in, I would add him to the 3rd and 4th spots. That'll cost you $36 instead of $24. But I do think Baeza has a good shot at hitting the Superfecta. And with Superfecta essentially means picking the 1st through 4th horses in the correct order in the Kentucky Derby. And the reason I've got 8-18 in that first spot, that means the 8 or 18 have to win. Then 8, 10, 18 in the second spot. The 8, 10, or 18 have to run second. And then the 3, 8, 10, 14, or 18 have to run 3rd and 4th. And that's how you cash the ticket. And yes, we hit it here before on Medina's Spirit Year on this show for $24. We hit a $4,800 Superfecta. Hopefully we can replicate that this year.
That is absolutely awesome. That was like the Kramer movie phone Seinfeld bit there with all the numbers. Why don't you just tell me the horse you want to bet? You bet here on this Thursday. Mike Somich, our guest. VSiN Racing Dudes, Mad Dog Sports Radio on Twitter at SomObama18. Any other bets you like for if the answer is no, it's fine. We can get on to other stuff. But any other Derby bets that you like?
Specifically Derby bets, I am going to play an exacta with the 10, 14, and 18 box. So Grande, Tistastic, and Sovereignty boxed up. The 3 of them are all 10 plus to 1. If 2 of those 3 run in, you're going to get a very nice payout because of their prices. Anything
for the Kentucky Oaks?
I love Good Cheer, and she's 6-5. So it's hard to go out and say you should just go to the window and hammer because the price is so short. I do think if it rains, the 6-horse Ballerina de Oro has a good shot, and the 9-horse Tenma, a Bob Baffert trainee that's coming from California, I think improves second off the layoff. So give me a 11 with 6-9 with 6-9 trifecta in that race.
Nice. Any other bets for this weekend at Churchill Downs? And I'm happy that someone got that. And any of the other races. Yes, a little 69 humor for everyone on a Thursday.
Why not, right? I really like, so race number 8 on Saturday. It's the 7 furlong Churchill Downs Stakes. Give me Extra Anejo, the 6-horse. It's the 6-horse at 12 to 1 in that spot. Extra Anejo is a horse that had a ton of tout early in the career. Kind of struggled to put it together. Now in the 5-year-old season, came back, ran very well at Keeneland. I think runs back well here. The 9th race, the American Turf, mile and 16th. Give me the 3-horse New Century at 3 to 1. Those are 2 of my favorite spot plays on Saturday's card.